Okay, so I'm excited to have you here, Alan. So whenever you want to get started on Facebook and what we need to know as real estate agents.
Yeah, so if you guys have the outline there that we're going to be using, of course we're not going to be able to go over all of that, but you'll notice that it's back in 2020, so it's like 5 years old if you can believe that. But you know what? Facebook hasn't changed that much, except for Nadia and I were talking about a little bit earlier except for the part it talks used to be you could use Zoom and you could hop on with live video really easy. That's not true anymore. That changed in 2024. And we were talking about how Facebook's changed really, their whole perspective on video. Just, just recently, they've decided they're no longer going to archive video like YouTube. YouTube archives it, man. You did it 5, 10 years ago, whatever it is, it's still there. Well, Facebook is going to delete it after 30 days. So, as far as being an archive source for video for long term, lead generation or something, Facebook isn't it anymore. However, Facebook, as well as the other platforms, right? I mean, if you're posting to social media, might as well post your videos there, So it's still a good source for that, just like TikTok. TikTok's great because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Google is starting to show TikTok videos in search results, which is amazing because their YouTube Shorts are direct competitors to that, or really, their regular YouTube video because they've been experimenting with 30-minute long video. So YouTube's doing long form video, and they're competing with Google, who owns YouTube, and Google is showing TikTok in search results. So that's fascinating. That's a new development. So talking about Facebook, video not as important as it used to be. Although, hey, go on and post your videos there. And we were talking about earlier, for those of you that are using HighLevel, you can post to your social media right out of HighLevel, the HighLevel CRM marketing platform. So you might as well post your videos as well, So, okay, so that's a little bit of an introduction here. Um, um, Does anyone have a question on how you set up a Facebook business page? Is that something we should talk about? That's my question, really. Was that something we should talk about?
We do help them set up the business pages, so we can skip over that if
Good.
That's not something that they have to do individually.
Good. That's really good. So we can basically move forward to like, what do you do with this business page once you have it, right? And so I look at it, social media in general, which would include Facebook. There's two main usages for it. One is I call it we're alive and kicking and still in business. Now, for example, when you're out meeting people and you talk about them, maybe you give them your website URL, you give them your business card and all of that. And if they have an interest in you, what are they going to do? They're going to look at your website and they're going to look at your social media. And basically, they're trying to get, in a very small amount of time, should I call Cheryl? Should I call Vanessa, Malik? Should I? That's all they want, right? They're not trying to learn everything about everything. They just want to know, is this a person? Do they look good? Do they look like some to have a phone call with? That's one usage for Facebook and social media. To do that, you set up your HighLevel, or if you've got any app that you're using to post to it, with any of these apps, you can You can set up the post once and you can have it go to all your social media channels. So you don't waste time with it. Just post it, have it go to your social media channels. And Nadia and I were talking about earlier, you can set up queues in whether it's HighLevel or whatever app you use to post to social media, and then you can have this recycled. So it's not like you're having to invent the wheel every time or come up with something fresh. Once you have that queue filled up, it's just going to keep posting and generating with whatever schedule you set up for it. So most businesses, most businesses use social media just as showing people we're alive, we're well, yeah, we're worth that phone call. They're not using it to try to, generate all these massive leads from people that don't know them. But it's just proof we're alive, we're well, we're in business. And you might, with that also, Nadia, I don't know if you know this or not. With HighLevel, within this social posting part of it, you can have it automatically grab your Google reviews and post it to your social media automatically. Saves
Really?
ton,
Okay.
yeah, saves tons of time.
Yes.
Yeah, so automatically. Now that's called social proof. Really super important.
Mhm.
Again, all the things we're talking about with Facebook, pretty much applicable across all of them. A lot of that's called social proof. That's just, again, the person, you've met them somewhere, you gave them your card, you talked, they said, nice person, let me check this person out. Let me go to the website. Okay, looks good. Okay, yeah, let me go to social media. Okay, oh, wow, look, I see Google reviews there on social media. Oh, yeah, I need to call this person. That's what most companies use social media for.
Hmm.
All right. So, now any thoughts or questions or comments at this point? Anybody got anything?
Well, I think for real estate, I think the biggest thing for social media is to really use it not only to show that we're a person, but that we're active. Because
Right.
because what is it? 20,000 agents, no, 200,000 agents in the state of Florida, and only 150 that are actually sold something in the last year. So showing that you're active is, I think, one of the biggest plays as a real estate
Yeah.
agent. And also, like you said before, time stamping it, showing that you've been in the industry that long.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And so, you know, posting your properties, your listings, and there's something I've got it right here on our little outline. The first part of it with the Facebook page is to set up your business page. Well, we don't need to cover that. The next part is, and maybe I'll just share my screen if it's okay.
Yep.
If it's okay. Not that you can read this so much off of my screen. Yeah. But I'm right here in the know your audience part right here. And the 80/20 rule, that's really important, right? Because, if you go to any page and Vanessa and not Vanessa, Nadia and I were talking a few minutes ago about going to your regular Facebook feed, and it's just like ads, ad. It's super annoying. But when they go to your business page, it's not ads. It might be a little bit over on the side, but this is about your business. And so there's the 80/20 rule. So sure, you want to post about yourself, you want to post about your properties and things like that. But as far as promotional stuff, right? The general rule is only 20% of that, right? I don't know if you've ever been to a real estate, um, you've been to a real estate Facebook page, and it's an agency and they're pretty large. And so they've got a lot of properties. And you go to their page and you start scrolling, and all you see is property, 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 property. And you're like saying, okay, enough properties. I know you got somebody offshore posting like crazy, all these properties. Okay. I want something different, you know. So be careful not to be so promotional. And the rule is 80-20. So 20% of the time, be promotional. 80% of the time, be trying to help that person. For example, you know, um, um, with the agents that have a web, and even if the website's not from us, right? We provide free articles. Any agent who has a WordPress website from us or anybody else can get these properties for their website. And we've got our standard starts at free articles. And even if it's not a WordPress, then we still have a solution for that where you can put the articles on there. So posting the articles, and it's everything from, you know, uh, renovations that add the most value to, why should I get a mortgage pre-approval, or how do you get started with investing in real estate. So adding value by saying, hey, here's some information that's going to help you. And it's just not all about buy a house from me. So the 80-20 rule is a good barometer, to just sort of get an idea of that. Okay, so Nadia, you mentioned the properties. So what else? Is there anything else before we sort of go further?
No, I think that's really good because I always considered it 80-20. I didn't really, I was thinking more like family based or some, 80-20, but 80-20 should be 80 should be your sharing your information,
Yeah,
showing that you have something to give.
yeah. So one of the top, probably number one digital marketer in the world. His customers are like Google, Microsoft, and all that, right? So, he did, and of course, he's got a large company, large team, and so they can do a lot of research. And so they found out that if you post on your business page, about going out to the park with the kids and what you had for dinner and all this, you can get more people and you can get more interaction. But you know what? They're not your customers. They're not going to spend a penny with you. You actually get a higher return if you use your business page for business. Probably not going to get as many people, but that's okay. They're not your customers anyway. You don't want them there.
Mm-hmm.
But the people that do come, you're going to generate more business. So, um, so that sort of goes along with what you're talking about. And along with that is um, big purpose of social media, and this is all the way across the board. Um, Big purpose of social media is to bring them to your website. Your website is where you ring the cash register. That's where you're going to get them to sign up for your newsletter. That's where they're going to see your properties. That's where they're going. That's where you want them to go. And you want to train them. You want to train them. You want to train them to come to your website. So anything that's real estate related, they come to your website. So they're on your social media and they say, oh, you got this article about why should I become pre-qualified? Click on it, come to your website and read that. Okay. So you're training them. Anytime they think real estate, they think your website, right? And then they tell your friends and your friends, and then your friends start coming. The main purpose, number one, for social media is to get them to your website. If you're selling like $29 trinkets or something, okay, if you can sell online or something like that. But you know, as far as selling real estate, Nadia, correct me if I'm wrong. As far as selling real estate, nobody's going to click on Facebook and write a check for $500,000. Ain't happening, right? Not happening. And Nadia, correct me if I'm wrong. they're going to want to have a conversation with you before they write that check for $500,000, right?
Yep, you may want to just build a little rapport before that
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
So social media is all about they're going to look at it. Oh yeah, and they're going to look at your face. They're going to, oh yeah, she looks like somebody I can trust. She looks like a nice person, and he's worth an hour of my time. I hate wasting time. He's worth an hour of my time. And that's really, they're going to make that decision within about 10 seconds or less. Um, all right. So Nadia, any other thoughts before we sort of move on?
No, I think that's right. And just recently we had, and you met Yolanda. She met me from social media. And because I was doing so much social media posts, when she called and I answered right away, she was like, "Oh my gosh, you answered." And I'm like, "Yeah." It's all smoke and mirrors with real estate. It's getting it out there and getting them to know you, and it seems like they almost build a rapport with you before they even meet
I
you.
know. It's like your friends before you even talk, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and that's great because they're able to, and then you bring them to your website where you can talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah. And technology. That's the thing, right? I mean, I'm agnostic, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, I'm agnostic. All right. The technology is going to put it all everywhere. I just put in the technology, let it put it everywhere, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm not like thinking Facebook, I got to do this and this and this. And Instagram, I got to do this and this and this. I mean, if your audience, if that's a big thing and you're like a restaurant and you've got a whole team of people doing Instagram, that's one thing. But for me, for us, I mean, we just put in technology, let it put it out there, you know? Um, I had a guy call one time. This guy has become one of our best customers and brought more customers. I won't say more than anybody else, but it brought a lot to us. He called up one day and I happened to answer the phone and he had been just following us on LinkedIn. And he said, "Are you Alan McNabb, the guru of social media?" I said, "Well, I'm Alan McNabb. I don't know about being a guru." That started a relationship that has been going on for years. And he's in the laundromat. He sells laundromat businesses. He got us into that laundromat business with websites and CRMs and local citation and all of that. And he wrote me the other day. He says, "Look, I'm getting ready to go out and I call on 300 laundromats and I drop off a postcard. Do you want me to drop off a postcard for you too?" Sure. Yeah, So that's the thing. But, just post, just let the technology do the stuff and let it do it everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is just one channel. All right. Nadia, we need to get back on track.
Okay.
All right. So what do you want to pick up with a sheet or something?
Yeah, we can go back to the sheet.
Okay, I'll go in and share from there. Again, we won't be able to cover all this stuff, but it's just good stuff. We talked about here the third one down about posting photos and videos. That's really super cool. Of course, you won't be able to do photos in TikTok. Everywhere else you will be able to. TikTok is, if I'm not, well, that and YouTube, those are video only. But video is super important, right? And Nadia and I were talking about this as we had a little meeting before. Whether if you're using HighLevel to post to social media or something else, you know, when you make your video, yeah, put it on YouTube. I always post manually to YouTube because there's so much to do there that you can't do through a third party application. YouTube doesn't let anybody do it. So manually do that. Then I just go to our app that posts to social media and I upload the video there. I select all the channels I want it to go to and it posts that video. Well, this is a cool thing, right? Let's say you've got a video of a house you've got for sale. So then when they're scrolling through their feed and they come to your post, what do they see? They see a video that instantly is moving and showing that house. That's what gets people's attention. Static picture, a little bit, right? That picture that is moving, that gets their attention. So easy to do. Upload your video to the app, just select where it's going to be, LinkedIn, it'll post to TikTok, it'll post to Facebook, Instagram's Instagram is only 60 seconds. So unless you're doing short videos or you have to do a short one just for Instagram. The thing of it is though, when we do the short videos for Instagram, we put those on YouTube Shorts as well. We put those on Facebook as well. We put those everywhere, even the short ones that we only do for Instagram, really. TikTok likes them too. Okay, so the photos and videos. Nadia or anybody else, what feedback on that one?
Yeah, no, some of the agents are new to HighLevel. I don't know if you wanted to show them how through HighLevel. I do have the screen open. I can show them.
Yeah, if you would, I'll stop sharing.
Okay, yeah,
If you'll sort
Cindy
of
can.
show that for any that want to do that.
Yep, because this is big with HighLevel. This is how we post to your accounts as well. So basically, you come in here and you can go to your marketing. Basically, you can do the emails, social media, but here is where you have the social media planner, and it's really simple. You just press new post, and then you can post it to as many accounts as you want. So these are all your business accounts that we submit it to. You can make groups, so I can just submit it to everybody at once. And but say you want to do it just for yourself, like he was saying, you can post this and you can say which account you want it to go to. So it can be Instagram, Facebook, like he's saying, it can be LinkedIn all at once. And then when this goes out as a post, whether it's a picture or something that goes out, it's going to go out and hit everybody right at once. And that's all you have to do. You can go put the comment in there, the picture, and it goes out. And then you can do this so that it all sets up in a calendar so that all this goes out at once. So you don't have to follow it and see what's going on anytime. It just automatically goes out to everybody. And you can see what days are posting, what thing, you can schedule it that way instead of having to do it each day that you go through.
Yeah.
So I think that's really important. So I'm going to stop sharing now.
Yeah, yeah. And you can put that in a queue, and that queue is just going to keep posting. And you want to do that, you want to have maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 or 20 before you turn that on to post, but it'll just churn it. And that's
Mm-hmm.
called evergreen. Evergreen is stuff that you can post today, next week, next month, next year, 5 years from now. And at some point, it's probably going to be, not applicable. And one technique we use with our cues, because people remember pictures, they don't remember the text, they remember the pictures, is we'll go through about once a year is we'll refresh the pictures in there so they're not seeing the same pictures. But yeah, that is just like, I mean, that's like a free employee, just working all the time. And having looked at that, Nadia, let me just mention really quickly because things have changed so much. Right now, and it's sort of always been this way, but it's even more important now, is to have people that are connected to you through a direct channel, right? So Facebook is not a direct channel. If you post to Facebook, maybe they're going to see it, but Facebook is going to make sure not a lot of people see it because they want you to buy ads, right? Direct channel is where you have a one-on-one communication pipeline, which is email and SMS. SMS, which is text messaging, has a 98% open rate. Can you believe that?
Wow.
98% open rate. And of course, the reason I thought about this was looking at the CRM. This is what CRMs are for. Um, Email to this day has a 40x return on investment, ROI, 40x. You're not going to find a better one anywhere.
Yeah.
40x. It's so cheap to do. And I mean, I can almost tell when the phone rings, because, oh, we sent out a newsletter. Oh, the phone's ringing. The phone's ringing, and I just, guess what? A newsletter went out today. and someone who's in our database, hadn't heard from for a little while, all of a sudden I get an email. Hey, Alan, do you know how to migrate people over to Go High Level? You know, I said, well, sure we do. Yeah. So it's like the phone rings when you do it, because people forget, right? And it's about staying top of mind. They say, oh, I've been meaning to get with Alan about this. Oh, I better do that. So a big part of social media is getting them in a direct, getting them in a direct communication channel. Because in Facebook, they're not. You're at the mercy of Facebook, whether or not they see it or not, and Facebook's algorithm. And that algorithm may favor your competitors. So get them into a direct communication channel. So when you send them something, they're going to see it. And something else about using the CRM, and you can go in there and you can see who has actually opened your email, And a lot of times I'll send somebody email. I did that for a proposal. It's been a few months ago. And so I sent them the email, the follow-up email with the marketing plan proposal. And I see the next day they hadn't opened the email. Okay. So then I send them a text message. And so then I look a couple of days later, they've opened the email. 2 months later, which was last Friday, we get an email and it says, sorry, it's been so long to respond. Can you meet with us Monday at 1:30? And by the way, we want to come to your office to meet you. And that's how it works. You don't know if that email is ever open unless you have something that lets you know. So that's that's really important to have. All right, Nadia, anything else before we get back on this, or anybody else?
I think we're good.
All right. Okay. Okay, focus on local interests. I've got one real estate guy. I don't know how he ever found out, but he sends me every like Friday what to do this weekend in Tampa. And I'm just nice. I haven't unsubscribed, but a real estate agent's the last person I want to tell me what's available to do in Tampa on the weekend, you know, last person in the world, you know. So local interest, but local interest you're an expert in.
That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. That's like kitty cat videos. I tell people, kitty cat videos. You're a real estate agent. They're not going to come to you to watch kitty cat videos. If they want to watch kitty cat videos, they're going to go to somebody else. If they want to buy real estate, they want to come to you, right? Okay. Helpful articles, interesting information. We talked about that. Helpful advice, talked about that. Add a little humor in your post. Not that you're a comedian, but don't be serious all the time. Post images of you and your team and happy clients. That's a big one because they're going to look at the picture and they're going to decide in 5 seconds. Oh yeah, she looks like a nice person. He looks like a nice person. Yeah, I'll give him a call. Um, and on your website, having real pictures. Having real pictures. Post reviews, we talked about that already, and the folks on HighLevel can do that. It's just with Google, and with agents, whether they've got reviews on Zillow, Realtor.com, Google, Facebook recommendations. Put those on your website. Put those on your website. We said images and videos already. Post it, take people to your website for a blog article. Said that already. Post about selling and post about buying. And for a lot of them, post about investing and um, rentals, that type of thing. Infographics, those are always cool. People like that. Hollywood posts, those are always nice, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, all that stuff like that. current events, sharing info about your referral partners. That's a really cool one. Like if you're working with a mortgage broker, if you're working with attorneys, whatever, feature them on your website, feature them in your social posts. That's a really cool one. Now, you may not want to do this anymore because Zillow has become such a competitor, right? It used to really not be, but share share articles from authoritative websites. Bigger Pockets, that's the number one website for investment properties, education, all the stuff like that.
Well,
And
I say
so,
I've done a few with bigger pockets and I've shared it, and you really get clients that way. If you put an article, you put your own article in bigger pocket
yeah,
and share it, and you get clients coming right after you after that.
big time,
Yeah.
big time, big time. Yeah. And the thing when you're sharing that from your feed, on your business page, that tells people you're up to date with what's happening. You know what's going on, you know the latest trends, you know what's happening. You're up to date on the news, right? And that's they just want to know, hey, I'm talking to someone that's in the know, that's current, that what's happening and all of that, right? And and that, as a matter of fact, can be automated if you want to do that. And you can use an RSS feed. I won't go into what that is. Basically, websites have RSS feeds. It basically is just telling computers what their latest articles are. You can bring that into your posting software and have that automatically posted. And then you can select how many you want to do of those and what your schedule wants to be. You don't want to do a lot of it, but if you do a little bit, that's good. Don't post on controversial topics like politics or religion. Um, and lastly, share a few posts from your business page on your personal profile. So with Facebook. Now, your personal profile, you can only have 5,000 friends. So it's very limited. But those are probably people that know you really well. So to take some of your business posts and share them to your personal profile is a good thing. You don't want to do it all because they're going to get angry at you saying, "Oh, that's yeah, no, just trying to make money off of me or something." But a few is good, and so that'll be very helpful as well.
Well, and also every once in a while, like maybe every quarter, you can go in there and you can invite friends that you just became friends with. Or if you haven't done it before, go in there to your business page, get the copy, and invite all your friends to join it because they may not know to join your business page.
Yeah, you can go to your business page and Facebook, the last time I checked, has a thing where you can go and you can click and you can have it automatically invite all your friends to come and follow you on your business page. So yeah, it wouldn't hurt. That would probably be helpful.
Yeah, because I just did that and I didn't realize how many people were not, I didn't invite since I've done it a few years ago. And people definitely joined
Yeah.
because if you're not active, just like, there's like we were saying, 3/4 of agents are inactive agents. They don't sell anything. So if you're out there selling, but they don't see it because they only see your personal page, they're not going to know you're active. So
Yeah. Yeah. Very cool. All right. So any other thoughts there? Any other thoughts there? Okay, so I'm going to look at our cheat sheet here. We've talked about the video stuff and how things have sort of changed. You can still post video using a third-party tool. I would do that all day long. People love that. It gets their attention. It makes them stop. You can use your third-party tool to do that. Um, you can cross post between Facebook and Instagram. I don't like doing that, just have it automatically posted. But if you're using your software, I mean, I just let our software do that. We've not talked about ask people to share your videos and all your posts. And you can have watch parties with YouTube and Facebook. I don't know if that's really a popular thing. I've really not known hardly anybody that does watch parties, but maybe it's a thing. Um, Maybe we should talk about comments because this is a really cool thing too. Comments are sort of hard to keep up with and everything, right? I mean, it just becomes like it's like, oh my goodness, got in here, got to watch for comments, and all that. Well, um, the high level CRM with all of its automations, you can set it up to comment to people who make comments on Facebook. That's really cool. And you can set up keywords, like if they say this, comment that. If they say this, comment that. You can also set it up so if they direct message you, it automatically comes into your CRM, just like an email would. Also, same thing with Instagram direct message. Comes straight into your CRM, just like an email would. Also, you can set it up if they DM you or direct message you, certain keywords, it automatically replies. Now, what's really cool about this is you could be saying, like in your posts, um, you know, I've got this house for sale. I'm being very plain about it. This house for sale, you know, send me a direct message with tell them what to say, really short and sweet, like promo code, house for sale or 1221, whatever. And I will send you what do you call the PDF you see on the house? You know,
Yeah, the
and
MLS
just
document.
just just send it direct to them.
Mhm.
You could DM in. They would direct message in. You could even ask them, what is your name? What is your email address? What is your phone number? And then you can fire off an email right to them. So you can automatically reply. And so there's some really cool stuff like that you can do.
That would be really good to get into maybe another session with you because that's almost taking replacing the Facebook bots, correct?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. 100%. And while we're talking about that, I hate to be talking about the CRM so much, but the CRM sort of, in a way, this is just one part of the CRM. It all sort of goes together, right? You can have the chat widget on your website also. And
Yeah.
when people chat in, you've got automation. Now you can have AI do that stuff. I don't like AI doing chatbots. I've only seen one in the world I thought didn't waste my time. So I hate them, you know, because people don't do a good job. They just put it there and so I just waste my time. But when someone chats into us, we reply and say we received it. Our team will review it, blah, 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 blah. Because sometimes it'd be 2 in the morning. We're in bed sleeping, you know. So, okay. Okay, page likes. Page likes in Facebook means nothing. Don't waste your time. Don't pay. Don't pay Facebook to get your page likes. It doesn't mean anything. Their algorithm changed a long time ago. It's not by likes, and likes have nothing to do with it. The only thing likes has to do is if someone comes to your page and looks at it and they see, oh, you got a bunch of people that like it. It's the impression that person has when they go there. So if you've got a reasonable amount of likes or something, that's great. But don't think you have to the more likes I get, the more people's going to see my stuff. It's not true. It's not worked that way for years. So I wouldn't worry about page likes that much other than get some friends to like it. Looks like you got some and some followers and boom, end of the day. Post engagement is what Facebook and really all the social platforms today care about. If you've got engagement, more people will see your posts, comments, likes, and shares. More people will see it. That's really all they care about because that's people on there doing stuff that could click on an ad, you know. That's what it's all about. And the insights is the analytics. And just right inside your page, just click on insights and you see that. Nadia, anything else you think we need to talk about? I didn't talk about stealth Facebook pages. That's stuff, Facebook pages on other topics people may be interested in, sign up for. And as an admin, you'll have a little control over that. But
Yeah.
the groups, getting in groups that are good. Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups are really great too. That's cool. And if you can get a really good one, you're the admin. That's cool also. Uh, Facebook stopped allowing third-party tools to post to Facebook groups a few years ago, so you can't do that anymore.
Mm. Yeah, I would say it's really important, especially for us when it comes to the Facebook groups, is to join the groups of, especially when we're selling, say, a property in St. Pete, joining the I Love St. Pete and joining the I'm moving to St. Pete groups or all those groups. And that's where you post the properties. So that's
Yeah,
really important to jump on those.
yeah, yeah, yeah. If anybody ever does it, Facebook ads, we've got an AI tool that'll save you so much time. It's crazy. It's amazing. It makes Facebook ads like that, and you can post them really fast. Um, yeah. Facebook Marketplace, you want to say anything about that, Nadia?
Nope, nope. I think that's a
Okay.
not using too much of that recently.
Okay. All right, cool.
Yeah. Well, perfect. Well, yeah, this was really good for getting us started again in social media. I know it's been a while since we've done this video and done a little bit of training on social media. And I thought this would be a good start to get us revamped, especially summer. We have a little extra time, so we can go ahead and try to get those things automated so that we can be
Yeah.
more automated.
Yeah, it's just going in and doing it right, setting it up, letting it do its thing, let technology do most of the work. And the agents that have a website where they got it from us or somewhere else to get those free articles in there, then they got something to do with that, and just get it in there, let the technology do its thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
cool.
Yeah, well, perfect. Thank you again. And I think it'd be really good to do, like we were saying, doing a class on really setting up those automations so that we can kind of like the bots, but through HighLevel. I think that would really help. I think for us as agents, is the more that we can get automated, the more that we can be out there more with our network, be out there more with our people, and then we can get our making sure that our CRM's full. And a lot of times agents think that only put people in the CRM that are currently going to buy a home in the next week, and but that's not the case. Everybody that
No,
you know, everybody, put them all in
yeah,
CRM, because you don't know who's going to tell the next person, who is your
yeah,
walking billboard that's
yeah.
gonna attract them to
And
you.
it,
So
and it may have changed, over the last few years, but everybody, I mean, people, you're going to sell their house and buy another one every 7 years, so you just want to be there. Next, 7 years from now, you want to be there.
yep. Yeah, and well, and real estate in investing, investors are buying every seven times a year versus
Oh,
every seven
yeah.
years. So
Oh,
you,
yeah. Big
yeah,
time.
yeah. So it might be that they're looking at properties on Zillow, they're buying, and you don't know when that they're going to reach out to you again.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
yeah, well, perfect. Well, thank you again, Alan. This has been great. We're going to keep doing this, and we definitely need to get the few agents that are joining us now. We need to get them tied into HighLevel. So if you guys want to set up a time to get that going, I know.
Very cool.
Yeah, Vanessa, she's on here. I know she's been she knows everything with HighLevel. She is. I could learn. We all could learn from her. And so if so the few others that are joining us now, it'll be great for them to get in touch with you and go through it.
Yeah. And don't forget, HighLevel's got a website, platform to do your website right there. Now, it's not as good as a WordPress, but it's great. It's really great, especially to get started. I mean, it's a great website to get started for sure. Yeah.
Yep.
And
Perfect.
Alan can help us get started there.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, Nadia, maybe just put out my link to schedule an appointment there and you can just schedule on my calendar. I'll show you. Yep.
Okay.
Perfect. And what HighLevel does is it's normally an expensive program, but he sets it up so that if you're an agent with us, it's only $29 a month. And so that's
$29 a month, yeah.
Yeah, so it's your full service. I think Maya accidentally signed up for it because normally you can sign up, but it's $100 a month. So she
Oh, if you go direct, yeah. If you
Yeah.
yeah.
She had accidentally signed up that way. So make sure you give it Alan. And but it has everything. It has your Calendly, it has your websites, it has your CRM, it has everything tied in one. So you can drop all the other platforms that you don't need. So.
Yeah.
Perfect.
All right, guys, sounds good.
All righty. Thank you again, Alan.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys. Appreciate
Alan.
it. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Cheryl.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah.
Bye.